Hi, this is Tom with another free guitar lesson, and we are continuing with the beginner's course. And today I want to talk about the chords. So we went over a couple chords last time, but I want to show you how there are 7 major chords. And then, of course, there are chords that are derived from those major chords. And it could be changed, for example, from a major to a minor to a seventh, so all of that stuff, you'll learn as we continue on. But I want to go over the major chords. These are 7 major chords. So I showed you before the A, which is putting the 3 fingers here on the 2nd fret. And that's just, you put your thumb up here to deaden the E string, but you play all the 5 strings. On your playing chords, make sure all the strings are sounding. See that? So that is a major. You can see the chart on the screen, how it's, or the diagram. So then you got the A, you got the B, which is here on this position. First finger will be on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th fret, and this finger is going to touch the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. This one, you're going to put a bar. Well, really, in this B chord, the bar is only going to be touching this one, pressing down on the 5th string, but touching the E, so it's dead. See? That deadens it. But you're going to touch this 5th string, but you're going to make sure the E is dead. See that? And then so you stick this finger across. This is a B. B major. All right? That is the B chord. Now, and that's a bar chord. And for example, you could take this same chord, you move it up here, it becomes a C. So this is a little insights into the bar chords. Same chord as a C, you move it up here, it's a D. Move it up here, it's an E. Here it's an F, here it's a G, A, and B again, all the way up here. So this is the B. But so I want to try to stick with all the major chords playing down here in this way, and later on we'll get more into the bar chords. But that's something you could take with you for free on this lesson. So the C is like this. You're going to deaden the E string with the thumb on this one. Then you stick the 3rd finger, 5th string, 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Then the 3rd string is open. So even though you got these 2 fingers right in the middle of it, you got the 1st finger on the 1st fret on the 2nd string, and you got the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, but 4th string. So you're playing, and so this one got to sound too. This 3rd string has to sound. And then the small E is open. So that's a C. And all of them have to sound. So that's the way you want it to sound. Now, if you're touching, like for example, if this finger's not all the way in there, see how I'm positioning it? Up and straight in there. But if you have it down, it's going to deaden. If you're pressing the 4th string, but you're touching the 3rd, it's going to sound like this. See? And that's not going to give you the full sound of the chord. So make sure your fingers are all the way in there. In that way, and then all 5 strings. So you deaden the E with this. That's a C. Now, the D chord which we went over the other day, you're going to put fingers on the first 3 strings here. So let's go with the first string. You put the second finger, 2nd fret. The second string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret. 3rd string, 1st finger, 2nd fret. Then you deaden this E string again, and then you play the 5 strings, and it's a D chord. Remember, always go through and make sure you can hear each string that you're supposed to hear. Alright, then we got the E. This E is down here where the first 2 strings are open. Then the 3rd string, you're going to put the 1st finger on the 1st fret. Then 4th string, you take the 3rd finger on the 2nd fret. Then on the 5th string, you take the 2nd finger on the 5th string. So once you got these 3 fingers on, E chord, we play all strings. So you'll just, that's an E chord. Now when you're playing songs, sometimes you may not want to use all 5 in certain parts of the song. So you might play these lower strings. See that? But sometimes you want to hear all of it. And then for the next one is F. So the F is basically where you're taking the E and moving it up, but you're going to change the way you put your fingers where it becomes a bar chord. So this first finger is going to cover all of those strings, but you're not going to actually end up pressing on all of them because you're going to put on the 3rd string, you're putting the 2nd finger there on the 2nd fret. 4th string, you put your 4th finger on the 3rd fret. Then the 5th string, you're putting your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and that's an F. Now, this is one of the hardest chords you'll find to play when you're first starting out, but it's an F. But you still got to make sure you hear all the strings. Now, as I told you about the B, and you can move it up and it changes, same thing with this. This F chord, you can actually move up. If you move here, it's a G chord. This is one of the major bar chords. So I'm actually showing you about the bar chords in here, but we're going to get more in depth into bar chords later. Here it's an A, and it follows the E string, whatever note that E string is. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So wherever that one is, that's the chord. Here's a B chord up here. C chord. D. So that's the F right there, all right? Nice. Now, the last one of the 7 major chords is the G chord. So this one, you're going to take the first string, put the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. Then this one's open, this one's open, this one's open. Next 3 strings are open. Then you're going to take your 5th string, put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret. Then you're going to take the 6th string and put the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret. That's a G chord. So in all these chords, once you learn how to do each of them, and remember, you could watch this over and over again so you can not miss anything. You could pause it and go back and even watch the previous ones that you've watched, because it's good to review everything that you've learned. You want to also practice changing chords. So, for example, you got the G, then just practice doing this. Go to the C. Go back. keep doing that until it becomes easy. So when you're playing, you basically have the makings of a song, once you learn how to switch chords and change without no problem. At first, it's hard to change the chords right on key, right on the same timing. And sometimes, at first you're struggling to get that position, all right? All it takes is practice. See? So you could move to any chord in a very clear and very nice way just through practicing this, going over and over again, practicing. And I think this is enough for this lesson. And I encourage you to practice a lot. Keep practicing. The way God made music is so amazing. 7 notes. There's 7 major chords. There's also half steps, but let's just go with this right now and learn these. And on the next lesson, we'll move further into explaining the different types of chords. But practice this, have a lot of fun, experiment in different ways, how to strum the chords, how to do the timing of the switching of the chords good, and you'll have a wonderful experience. All right, God bless you on your journey of learning the guitar.